Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am so excited to do this video and therefore I'm gonna talk slow, make sure I get my message across because for some reason I'm just like too anticipated for this video or too excited. I didn't know I was gonna film this video until, I was in my car in the morning and I decided, you know what, let's start filming. So today's video is, obviously you will see by the title, it's called A Day in the Life of an Entrepreneur Living in Columbus, Ohio. Okay, I don't know why I'm exaggerating this, and this is why I want to do just like the sit down talking part, kind of like navigating throughout the whole vlog, because I just really wanted to be clear and be very helpful in a way, because it's not just me showing you living my life, and this is me showing you how it works and things that help me. I'll just get, to that side of it a little bit. See, I can't talk. One thing that I'm not good at is a speaker. I'm not good at speaking. So I think what I'm trying to say is I'll give you guys a little insight of what works for me and how I routine my day into a success. I can't talk, I'm so sorry. But this video, I was gonna call this title of this video, A Day in the Life of a Rideshare Driver Living in Columbus, Ohio, because for a full-time job, what I do is rideshare, is like I drive people around and I also deliver food. And I only deliver food on days that it's not busy. Other than that, I just stick to the rideshare, which you will see in this video. I started vlogging on Thursday and Thursday wasn't that busiest for some reason this Thursday. So in the morning, you will see me, deliver food on top of doing rides. And then I thought to myself, hold on, I don't want that title rideshare or delivery driver to describe me, because that's not who I'm trying to become or who I am. It is a part of my life, it is my full-time job, but I am more than that, and I'm chasing dreams bigger than that. So I changed that word to entrepreneur, because I genuinely do feel like entrepreneur. First of all, I am my own boss doing such a job. I can show up to work whenever I want, however I want, and work as long as I want, and I set a goal of amount of money I want to make. So that's pretty dope. And I'm chasing my one specific dream of being a YouTuber, and to me that's very entrepreneur like, because I am aiming for that. I am going towards that. I'm doing things to get to that, such as filming this video, and we're just gonna call it that. I think that's how I'm gonna describe myself from now on, and really get to that point and make that point happen, okay? So my day usually starts around 6:30 a.m. or 7 a.m. depending. I put two alarms. I either put it for put two alarms, 6 a.m. and 6:30 a.m. Sometimes where I really need that extra sleep, I go till 6:30, but usually I try to wake up at 6 a.m. Now, Wednesday night, I went to bed really late, around like 3 a.m. I had no reason to, but I did, especially because in my mind, I was so excited to get my life back together and wake up early, because I've been in a roller coaster. My life has not been in order in many ways than one. So it felt good to get back together. So I was excited. So I went to bed late. I woke up at 6:30 instead of 6. And then I was out the door after making my coffee downstairs before 7 a.m. Now, Thursday was so slow that I did not receive a ride for a while. I think I delivered food first, if anything, or I can't remember, but you will see in this video. So I'm gonna transition into the vlogging part, where I started vlogging in my car and what I do while I'm waiting. So one of the number one things I do is listen to audiobooks about success. This is what changed my life last year when I was struggling financially and just like my life in discipline and routine. I changed my life and I manifested making the amounts of money I was imagining in my head. So I do want to make a separate video on that. If you guys want to see details on how I manifested making the money I was imagining in my head, then I will make that separate video, because this is more like a vlog in the day in the life of that gets me to my goal. So let me take you to the car scene and how that goes.
You must build a life where your attention is not constantly under attack. Think about your days. Think about how often your mind gets pulled away from what you actually want to do. Think about how many minutes you lose checking, switching, bouncing, refreshing, scrolling, responding, and reacting. Each small distraction may feel harmless, but they come with a heavy price. Every distraction breaks your mental rhythm. Every vibration feels like a demand, but 99% of these notifications are nothing more than digital noise, designed to train your brain to be reactive instead of intentional. Your mind deserves quiet. When your phone gets quieter, your brain gets stronger.
One of the most important things for me is having a planner and writing out exactly everything I'm going to do that day and my goals. Also, I don't prioritize to do this early in the morning as soon as I wake up. I just take it with me in my car, and when I'm waiting for rides, I just use that time to fill out my planner. And then, even if I don't finish that time, I do add stuff to it later on in the day, and you will see that also how I add stuff to it later in the day.
You're becoming someone new, someone stronger, clearer. Growth is permanent. Step 4. A clean environment is not just aesthetics, it is psychological strategy. It. When you create even something small, you activate energy, focus, intention, identity, confidence. Inspiration. You still need information. You still need entertainment. So you see me just picking up people, delivering food. This is how I make money. So it's what I wanted to include that and show that in my vlog. And on this day, I started to listen to an audio book and I was determined to finish it. And it is one of the most amazing audiobooks. I will leave it in the link in the description box below if you want to listen to it. It is very helpful and the things they say in it. Affect emotional stability when your physiology is depleted. When you move your body, you say.
One of the most important things for me is having a clean car. I have not cleaned it in a while, so it was giving me so much anxiety and my mind felt all over the place. It's professional, it's mind clearing, and it's truly part of my happiness having a clean car, having a clean apartment, and being organized. That's important aspects of success for me. One of the things I like doing while waiting for rides is do a word puzzle. At one point, I used to read a book and do sketching on my little mini sketchbook that I keep in my car, which I need to get back to doing those also. But this is a amazing replace instead of being on my phone. I have no desire of being on my phone or scrolling through social media. It literally does nothing for me. These things genuinely make me feel productive and makes me happier to do and look forward to something. So word puzzle is definitely something really fun and definitely recommend. Or reading or sketching. So I just got home in the afternoon, and before I go to the gym, I'm gonna fix my bed. I did not prioritize fixing my bed because I woke up on the later time of 6:30, so I just wanted to be out the door and start working. But when I wake up at 6 a.m., I just go ahead and fix my bed and then head out. It feels good to come home to a fixed bed, but also doing it later is fine. Alright, here's dinner. Alright, so I'm eating dinner. I'm very hungry and I'm also very, very, very sleepy. So I don't know, I might take a nap or not. Maybe I'll feel better after eating dinner, but I'm trying to eat healthy. So this is my chicken bowl from this place. It's so good, so delicious. All right, everyone, it is past 11:30 p.m. I just got home from working all day. Besides, doing the gym and then quick dinner, and that's about it. And then I've been working all day, and I did not stop until I hit my goal. I have a goal, and that's part of the discipline is to, hit that goal. And some days take more time, longer to hit that goal than other days. I did 24 rides, like drove people, and 7 food deliveries to get to my goal. It should not take that much, but every day is not the same. So some days are better, some days are worse, but you just push it through. When the rides are like $4, yeah, you gotta hustle and hustle and hustle to hit a goal and whatnot. But I'm glad I did it. I am ready for bed. I am exhausted. I didn't end up taking a nap. I wouldn't be able to afford to take a nap. Then I would not want to wake up, and even if I did, I would have not hit my goal. So that is that, and I'm not trying to work past midnight. I'm really thinking about like enjoying some dessert and tea and watch a little movie before I go to bed. But I don't know. I kind of want to treat myself because I got these cookies the other day from the market, and now I can't be chill until I enjoy these. I don't know, I could just go to bed. Or treat myself to that with some hot tea. I don't know. We'll see. This is a real day in my life when I have my life together. From the second I wake up to the second I go to bed, this is what I do. The grocery scene was next day, which was Friday. I just wanted to include that because entrepreneurs grocery shop also, and grocery shopping is cute. LOL. A fulfilled life for me looks like, waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning, working my job, very determined. I don't like to stop working until I make my goal. And with that being said, I work all day up until late night because I break down my days and not every hour is busy. Some day doing a job such as some days you make your goal in a shorter amount of time. Some days you make it by working harder and more hours. But I am not complaining about that. I am very determined and I achieve my goals. One of the most important things for me in my life, on top of working hard and making money, is working out. It's genuine part of my happiness. So I love to take the time to go to the gym, and I just genuinely feel amazing mentally and physically when I do work out. And I am also trying to be on a discipline of eating healthy and get into the diet. And that also feels good to eat clean and just not feel, stuffed after eating and just very calm. Now, this can be really hard, and, I can crave more food later on, or especially dessert. Sometimes it's okay to break that. Sometimes you just push it through. On this day, you'll see me kind of eat some dessert late at night because I just had to, and I don't feel guilty about it. One of the things I used to do, this is a little tiny amount of what I will tell you in this video that I want to make in another video about how I manifested money, is on the Lyft app, when I pick somebody up and it's showing me the distance of how long I'm gonna drive, like 3 minutes and let's say 1.5 miles, right? And for the 3 minutes, it would say 3 MIN, like 3 min. And for the miles, it would say 1.5 MI, right? So what I mentally always envisioned that 1.5 MI as 1.5 million. It's so engraved to my brain that I can't unsee it. So every time I'm driving somebody and I'm looking at the distance of miles, I always imagine that as a number of money in millions form. Now, I don't think of that 3 minutes as 3 million because MIN doesn't really translate to million. And I'm being more humble by taking it slow and going for the lower number. Usually the miles are less than the amount of minutes I'll be driving. So I'm like, oh, let's say if a ride is 10 minutes and the miles are 5 miles. Again, I envision 5 million, not 10 million, which is completely fine. We're just speaking things to business. Just that MI feels more million than the MIN. And this is my conscience that just keeps making me aim for bigger amounts of money. This is just a little game I play while doing this job, and it's something that gives me something to look forward to and something to aim for. Again, I can talk about this in another detailed video. Let me know if you're interested. With that being said, this comes to a good end in this video. I go to bed very fulfilled in this kind of day. When I have my life in order, this is what I live. From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, I am productive, I am determined, I am very successful. You know, I did not stop today working until I hit my goal. I went to the gym, I ate healthy, I felt good about myself. I felt good that I filmed this video because that's the entrepreneur side of my dreams, you know, not just working these jobs that are not my dreams, but like filming to get myself out there because it's my genuine passion and I love sharing my life, sharing what I know, and whether I'm just entertaining you or whether I'm helping you in any shape or form, this is my genuine happiness and this is what a day in my life looks like. And you know, filming my videos gives me something to look forward to, some kind of excitement to communicate with people and do something that's fun and creative than just working and only working. So this is what a happy, productive, successful day in my life looks like. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there's things you can take away from this video that could help you. And I would love to do a video on how I manifested making money. And last year, I was struggling really bad. I was just like imagining $10,000 to just fall on my laps because I was struggling so bad. Well, $10,000 didn't just fall on my lap, but I made that $10,000 to change my life. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I tend to repeat myself. I told you I'm not a good speaker, but we'll get that. We'll get better at that. And thank you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you all in my next video.